Danger, danger, Will Robinson's sister. These Robinsons, they never listen. Hello everybody, this is the Starving Martian, and today we're taking a look at Dr. Judy Robinson from the Lost in Space action figure toy line. That was put out by Trendmaster to coincide with the movie from way back when. As I said a week or two ago when we reviewed Will Robinson, apparently they are coming out with a new series of Lost in Space. And so I thought it'd be interesting to go back and revisit the last time they tried to relaunch this franchise. And so we looked at Will Robinson, and now we're looking at his oldest sister. This is Dr. Judy Robinson. Specifically, this is Cryosuit Dr. Judy Robinson, because she is dressed in the sleepwear, basically, that they all had in the beginning of the movie when they went into the cryo chamber, which would put them to sleep and so they could snooze their way to their new planet. And she is the only figure in the line that's in this cryosuit. She also happens to be the only female figure in the line. And I can't help but wonder if there's a correlation there. I think they thought out of all the figures, she would look best in the cryosuit. What are you gonna do? I mean, is this Lost in Space, fellas, or Lust in Space, huh? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I wonder why I have no female viewers. Anyway, as far as the figure goes, it's pretty nice. She's in this rather odd pose with come on, stand. With you can see the shape of her body kind of tilts here. She's got one leg out. Don't know what that's all about. Again, female figures, especially back in the 90s. I'm just glad this one has flat feet. They could have given her high heels. but at least you can stand her up. She's, as I said, in her cryo suit, although, as I mentioned in Will Robinson's review, he actually comes with a cryo chamber. This thing here. And there's no way you're ever going to fit this figure in the cryo chamber. Now, Will does not come in a cryo suit, but he gets the cryo chamber. It's all rather odd. So when you open up the cryo chamber, you knock your figure over. Get back up there. When you open up the cryo chamber, there we are. You'll see that it's molded here to fit Will Robinson. This bit here, I've unscrewed and taken off. She still won't fit in. Her arms stick out too far, and you have to squish, and the just won't seal. So this unit was never made for her, and yet she's the only one in a cryo suit. Really, really weird. But getting in on the details, it's a pretty well detailed figure. You can see they sculpted in all these little, whirls and lines and whatever else goes to make the cryo suit. It's kind of plain on the back, although there is still some lines going down. She's got her hair up in a bun here. She's got a hole in her back for some reason to peg a weapon or accessory to that she doesn't come with. She has accessories, but nothing that will attach to that. Little Insymbia looking thing over there. Her hand here, she's got one finger partially extended, so she can still do the international sign of the donut, which is always a great feature. Now, I mentioned she comes with accessories. She has this little medical scanning unit here, which according to her instructions is called a, I'm going to screw this word up, physiognomy unit. Yeah. There's a little sticker detail here on the unit a little human form, so you can tell she's scanning somebody. Probably Joey from Friends. And the way this works is you slip this red bit through the enclosed portion of her hand. And then, kind of tight fit, but you can get it into her fist. This part will snap over her arm, and then this connects to this hole in her leg. Now, why you would connect your medical scanner to your space age pajamas is beyond me, but there you have it. The only problem with this is that while she's holding it, she is almost impossible to get to stand, because it just puts all the weight forward and makes it a little tricky to get her arm back because of this part here. So just kind of lean her up against her backboard. So she comes with that. She also comes with an attack spider. These things were one of the primary villains in the movie. We saw that little Will Smith. That's the second time I called him Will Smith. My goodness. Will Robinson. Man, I got Men in Black on the brain. What can I tell you? Will Robinson came with tiny magnetic versions of these spiders. But she actually gets a big, large, full-size mama spider. And aside from Will Robinson, all the human figures in the line come with one of these. Some of them bite like this one. Some of them have like springy legs to let them jump, like Tiddlywink. So the gimmick here is he's got these two spots on his back, and when you push him, his mouth opens. And you can see he's got teeth inside his maw there. It's pretty gnarly. I like this guy. He's pretty cool. The only problem is on mine, these parts aren't, the mouth parts aren't set in perfectly, and you can kind of tell there's a little bit of a gap over here because it leans too far to one end, and much as I try, I can't adjust that. It just springs back. Aside from that, it's pretty well detailed. The legs don't move. The moving mouth parts are the only bit you're going to get any motion out of. But size-wise, it's a good size. I think scale-wise for what we saw in the film. And so you got that going there. And believe it or not, she comes with one more accessory that's even scarier, even more terrifying, even more soul-numbing than Mechanical Spider. And that is this abomination here. This is Blop. Now, I'm not kidding, that's his name. Blop. Easily the worst thing about the movie. Blop is very much a predecessor to the Porgs, I believe they're called, in the last Star Wars movie. Hated those things. Essentially, it's a creature that exists only to sell dolls. If you go back and watch the Lost in Space movie, you will notice that this guy never affects the plot in any meaningful way, shape, or form. And the CGI was in its infancy at the time, and they over-relied on it to bring this thing to life. And really, it looks like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It looks like cartoon characters running around in there. This thing is horrible, and yeah, it's got some nicely painted details going down its back, but it doesn't do anything except sit there looking like a shaved monkey. The instructions specifically tell you that you can put it in this arm, because I guess when this is removed it's kind of cradle-y looking. But there you go, Blarp. They did make dolls of him, like I said, and that's literally the only reason he exists. Why they included him with her, I'm not sure. He would have been much more appropriate, I think, if he came with Penny, the younger sister. Unfortunately, they never made an action figure of Penny. In fact, even though the evil Dr. Smith gets 2 action figures, neither Penny nor Mrs. Robinson get a figure at all. It's kind of odd. Like I said, it's the only female figure they made in the line. They put her in a skin tight outfit in a suggestive pose. I don't know, not decisions I necessarily would have made. Oh, you know what else they did? If that wasn't enough. Alright, I mentioned before in Will Robinson's review that he was the key to the entire toy line because he comes with a couple accessories, one of which unlocks features on the robot, and the other one, the tiny magnetic spiders, interact with just about everything, from the robots to the spaceships to the figures themselves. So there's a magnet inside of Judy here, Dr. Judy, that this little tiny robotic spider can cling to. Now, who wants to take a guess? Where did they place the magnet in our Dr. Judy? Yeah, no, her arm, no, her leg, no, on her stomach, no, that's where it was on Will. Oh yes, on her boobs, of course. That's exactly what we needed, an action figure with magnetic boobs. Lucky, lucky spider. So, yeah. There you have it. Okay, I don't think this is necessarily a must-buy figure. I picked her up because, just like Will, I found her for $5, and I really like the spider that she came with. She's not bad, per se, but there's just nothing really about her that screams must-own purchase. But if you are collecting the rest of the line, you might as well pick one up. But as I said, even if you collect the rest of the line, you cannot get all of the figures, or all the characters rather, because they didn't make all the characters. So again, here she is with her brother, with a spider on his belly. And just for a size reference, here she is with Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Dr. Hannah. A much better female figure in my personal opinion. Alright guys, so this is Dr. Judy Robinson from the Lost in Space action figure toy line, and this has been the Starving Martian. Hope you guys enjoyed this look. We'll catch up with you next time. Bye.